Toyota has built some engines so reliable they became legends, but not every Toyota powertrain deserves that same reputation. In 2026, the conversation is even more interesting because Toyota is now mixing old-school durability with hybrid systems, turbocharged engines, and downsized designs that are still proving themselves. So today, we're going through the Toyota engines that earn trust, the ones buyers should be careful with, the forgotten engines that deserve more respect. Some choices may surprise you, especially if you think every Toyota engine is bulletproof. Let's get into it. Let's begin with the engines that helped build Toyota and Lexus' reputation for long-term reliability. These are not ranked in a strict order, but if one engine family deserves to sit near the top, it is the UZ-V8 family, the 1 UZ-FE, 2 UZ-FE, and 3 UZ-FE. The 1 UZ-FE helped launch Lexus with the LS400, and it quickly became known for smoothness, strength, and incredible durability. The 2 UZ-FE took that same reputation into tougher vehicles like the Land Cruiser, Sequoia, and Tundra. Then came the 3 UZ-FE, used in models like the Lexus LS430, delivering refinement with the same long-lasting character. These engines were not just well-designed, they were built with excellent execution. Even when maintenance was not perfect, many of them kept running for extremely high mileage. The main warning is the timing belt. These are interference engines, so if the belt fails, serious engine damage can happen. Another excellent engine is the 3MZ-FE-V6. It may develop oil leaks or coolant leaks with age, but internally, it is a very strong engine when not severely overheated. And of course, the 2JZ-GE deserves mention. Not because it is the most powerful version, but because from a reliability standpoint, it is one of Toyota's toughest inline-six engines ever made. The 2JZ-GE was mainly known in the US through models like the Supra, and later versions received VVT-I. Both versions are strong, but many enthusiasts still prefer the earlier non-VVT-I design for its simplicity and toughness. Another engine that deserves far more respect is the 1 NZ-FE, especially the non-hybrid version found in cars like the Toyota Yaris. This small engine does not get the same attention as Toyota's famous 6-cylinder or V8 engines, but it has quietly built an incredible reputation. It was not designed to be exciting or powerful, it was designed to be simple, efficient, and dependable. With basic maintenance, these engines can run for extremely high mileage, and even with some neglect, many keep going far longer than expected. The 5 VZ-FE is another standout. Earlier VZ engines had a mixed reputation, but the 5 VZ-FE improved the formula in a major way. It is durable, smooth, easy to work on, and commonly found in older Toyota trucks and SUVs. Age-related oil leaks can happen, but internally, this engine is very strong. For a more modern example, the updated 1 GR-FE deserves attention, especially in the 5th-generation 4Runner and later FJ Cruiser models. It is not flashy, but it is proven tough and one of Toyota's better modern V6 engines when properly maintained. Now, let's move into the honorable mentions. These are still very good Toyota engines, but they have a few weaknesses that can become expensive if ignored. The first one is the 2 GR-FE V6. This is a strong, smooth, and very capable engine used in many Toyota and Lexus models. When maintained properly, it can last a very long time. However, it is not perfect. Some versions are known for oil leaks that can be labor-intensive to repair, and earlier models had VVT-I cold start rattle issues. Later versions improved a lot, but this engine rewards good maintenance. Ignore oil changes or leaks, and problems can become serious. Next is the 5 SFE. This engine is simple, dependable, and not built for huge power, but it has earned a strong reputation for durability. The reason it stays in honorable mentions instead of the best category is because high-mileage examples can develop bottom-end issues if neglected. With proper care, it is still a very solid engine. The 2 ZR-FE also deserves a mention. It is a good small engine found in models like the Corolla, but early versions had some VVT-I rattle, oil leaks, and oil burning concerns when maintenance was poor. And finally, the 22RE. This old Toyota truck engine is loved for a reason. It is tough, simple, and easy to work on, but head gasket issues can happen with age. The 22RE is still a very respected Toyota engine, but it is important to remember that we are talking about an older design. One of its known weak points is the timing chain guide. When the guide wears out, the chain can start damaging the front cover, and that can turn into a serious repair if ignored. So while the 22RE is tough, simple, and loved by many Toyota truck owners, it does have enough age-related issues to keep it in the honorable mention category rather than the very top tier. Next is the UR engine family, especially engines like the 1UR and 3UR. These V8 engines are strong, smooth, and generally very reliable. The problem is not usually the engine design itself. The bigger issue is repair cost. In vehicles like the Lexus GX, Land Cruiser, Sequoia, and Tundra, these engines are large, tightly packaged, and labor can get expensive. Coolant leaks, oil leaks, or other age-related repairs may not be common disasters, but when they happen, they can cost a lot. Finally, we have Toyota's newer dynamic force engines, such as the A25A and M20A. These engines are efficient, modern, and promising, but they do not yet have the same long-term history as Toyota's older legends. Some newer engines still need more real-world mileage before they can be placed in the Hall of Fame category. Now let's talk about the Toyota engines that buyers should approach with caution. This does not mean every single one failed, and some owners may have had a good experience. But if you are shopping for a used Toyota or Lexus in 2026, these are engines you need to understand before spending your money. The first one is the 4GR-FSE, commonly found in the Lexus IS 250. The basic GR engine family is not the problem. Toyota made some excellent GR engines, but this specific version used an older direct injection-only setup, and over time, it became known for carbon buildup and expensive drivability issues. If you are not prepared for that maintenance, this is one Lexus engine to be very careful with. Next is the 2AZ-FE, especially many versions from around 2007 to 2015. Earlier versions of this engine were simple and dependable, but later models became known for excessive oil consumption because of piston and ring issues. Toyota did have repair programs for some vehicles, and if the updated pistons and rings were installed, the engine can be much better. But if the update was never done, you could be looking at major engine work on a car that otherwise seems healthy. Then we have the 3VZ-FE. Compared with the later 5VZ-FE, this engine is far less desirable. It can suffer from head gasket problems, vacuum leaks, and age-related repairs that make ownership frustrating. Finally, the 7M series deserves mention. It had potential, especially in the older Supra, but head gasket problems, oiling concerns, and turbo-related weaknesses hurt its reputation. The 7M helped pave the way for the legendary JZ engines, but by today's standards, it is not a Toyota engine most buyers should enter blindly.